So what struck me was the debates that people were having, particularly around technology and how technology would now facilitate learning. And there were a number of debates. People were saying, well, it's all good and great, you showing these virtual classrooms and virtual technology and cloud-based campuses, etc. But the truth is that a small percentage of South Africans have access to broadband internet connectivity. And hence, they came in the debate. What are the chances of someone sitting in a rural space and being able to access that kind of content? And I had a good chuckle, coming from a telecommunications background. I know the hard work that these companies are doing to afford access to internet-based services to all South Africans, and continue doing so. If one looks at the exponential growth of broadband services over the last 5 years in South Africa, it's phenomenal. We know there's still a lot more work to be done, but it's there. And the other thing that struck me was that access to data or database services and content doesn't have to be restricted to a device like a laptop or a tablet. I mean, there's mobile computing. These applications are all available on mobile phones, and guess what? There are more mobile phones in South Africa than there are people. If one looks at the actual penetration rates, we have more cell phone SIM cards active in South Africa than we do people. So that paints a picture. So it is accessible, and we can get that content down to people. And as more and more bandwidth comes on stream, and as more fiber optic cables are laid down under the ocean, and I mean, this year alone they went live with a West African cable system. There's a plethora of initiatives with the operators to bring more bandwidth into the country, and I'm convinced that education will become more and more dependent on technology. Which is fantastic, because I know that what this does is it truly does make it accessible to all people. And herein lies, finally, the breaking of that digital divide.